So then that kind of leads me to my next question, kind of. So when it comes to that, like, do you have a difficulty in dating? Like, you live in Atlanta, right?
Ooh.
So it's like a difficulty dating in your community in Atlanta? Because Atlanta has like that running joke of like everybody in Atlanta is down low, you know what I'm saying? Which is pretty ignorant, I think, but...
I would say being Oliver Twixt has made it difficult for me to date. Yeah. My job is difficult.
The celebrity, not the person you are.
If that's what you want to call it, yeah.
Okay, I see what you mean. So what's the difficulty in that?
You know, because I've been a person in media, in different formats, people think they know me, you know? They think they know me. Yes. And especially now that I'm a comedy creator, a lot of my reels and skits are really fabricated or are exaggerated aspects of my life for the purpose of making you laugh, not necessarily presenting the truth. But a lot of these dumb motherfuckers out here are really believing these things in these skits. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And so with that, a lot of people feel like they already know me. A lot of guys think I already have somebody, which I've been single since October 2022. Okay,
I think a lot of people hypersexualize you too, and us talking privately,
which I get,
yeah. But when us talking privately, I've learned a lot about you where you really actually contained.
Yeah, I haven't had sex in 2 years.
Yeah,
be having his ass out on the IG page though.
Yeah,
you know how many times I've opened my Instagram and I see Oliver's double cheeked up on a Sunday, and I'm like, nigga.
You know, if you go back to my social media all the way back to high school, I was posting pictures like that. Not necessarily in a thong, but I was like in Speedos on the beach. Yeah. I mean, I always had what people would consider a feminine shape. Like I always was very small at top and big at the bottom. Yeah. And it was actually a thing growing up in school where people would make it like a thing. It was like a thing. And it's honestly a little bit a part of my identity, a little bit. And then once I became a personality, it became bankable, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But something like that in like Speedos, talking about Speedos for a second. Something like that in South America or somewhere else, that's looked at as normal.
It's a normal day.
That's a normal day for someone to be double cheeked up on a Sunday.
In American culture, it's like, yo, why he got all this out? Why he got no clothes on?
Yeah.
But I only feel like it's because I'm a feminine black guy and I actually look good. You know, because there's a bunch of masked guys with it's the same setup. They butt out and they crotch out. Girls, they butt out, crotch out. You know, everybody goes up. But when a feminine guy with a feminine body, and the real thing is because, bitch, I look good. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I was horrible, the people be like, man, fuck it, you know, but you know, you be looking at it, you be like, damn, you know, that nigga look good now. You know what I'm saying? Then it's a problem.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. I still do it.
I
enjoy doing it. I really do it for me. I like to see it. I really do. Like, I like to see it.
So when you be posting your pictures, you be checking yourself out?
Yeah. I'm like, damn, that nigga look good.
Are you like, there's somebody we know, I'm not going to say who.
Uh-oh.
But when they post certain pictures, they check the comments to make sure, like, okay, let's see that the things are in here. Speaking something nice. I'm not talking about you, Trey.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm trying to figure out who it is.
Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it off camera.
We keeping secrets already.
We'll talk about who we talking about off camera.
You know, if I'm being honest, I could really care less what comments say. And I actually want them to kind of carry on a little bit, especially in the world of social media. And this is the businessman of me coming out when it comes to social media. A lot of things I do post, while thank the Lord, it's a part of who I am naturally. Like, this is my natural expression. I do lean into it a whole lot more. You know, being a monetized creator on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, the more people view me, whether good or bad, the more people talk about me, whether good or bad, I'm making money. And so, you know, I enjoy a lot of days when people are down, they're upset, because I'm like, ka-ching, ka-ching, ka-ching.
So I got a question.
Go ahead.
And I noticed that, you know, I saw a post where you went back to church and everything. How has that been? Navigating that experience as a gay black man, going to a area where it's a sin, it's been everything. How's that been for you? Well,
I go to Vision Cathedral in Atlanta, which our church is affirmative, so that type of doctrine is not considered a sin where I go. Yeah. And I'm at a center where, you know, I feel comfortable, I feel safe.
Good.
And it aligns with my beliefs about God and Christianity in the world, and it's been really great. I feel like to know me is to know I love the Lord, and I'm always talking about God and spirituality. It's a part of my natural walk. It's been that way since I've been on this earth. And for years, because of my career, it kind of separated me from church, from, you know, having to go film or travel and do whatever. And at this point in my life, I just found it very necessary to be in a physical place, sharing space with other people who believe what I believe in, and, you know, are going through some of the same things I'm going through, and being under a leader who can pour into you. That's what I really needed right now. And it's been really, really great.
That's
really
awesome.
enjoy it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Well, I'm glad you got a safe space like that, because it's hard for people to find that safe space, especially in religion.
Yeah.
It seems that religion nowadays, like, it's like turn up another notch when it comes to the hatred or vitriol.
Yeah, these hoes crazy. Because I'll be like, y'all think God needs y'all to do his job?
Facts.
You think God needs you to do his job when it comes to me?
I think that one thing for me, what I learned, because to be transparent, when I grew up in a very Christian high school, very religious mother growing up and everything. My dad wasn't religious. So for me, going through like with gay people and everything, I was a homophobe when I was younger. And it took me to, like, when I moved down to Florida and I worked in retail, I started meeting people from all different walks of life. As I started reading the Bible for myself, I started to be more open to what the truth of judging not, and God loving everyone and everyone being the image of him. Yeah. I started to really take those words seriously and started to love everyone as one, because everyone's on their own journey. So to hear that you got that space to really dive with your relationship with God on your own personal level is a beautiful thing, because people are too judgmental these days about what's going on. And I think that once you learn who Jesus really is, there you go. You start to learn how open he is to loving everybody, and you let him handle the rest. Yes. So I think that's great that you are, you know, getting that solid foundation with God and develop that relationship.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Can I be honest?
What's up?
I appreciate you saying that out loud.
Why?
Being that vulnerable.
What?
Because most people won't admit that they're past, like, yo, I was a homophobe in the past too.
But I think that's development, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's dope that you're willing to admit that on wax.
But I feel like that's what we did this pod for in the first place, was to be open. And I think the biggest thing is what we're trying to solve here, especially with this episode, is showing heterosexual black men with a homosexual black man, and how we can develop friendships and be close and hang out.
Calling me that? No, I'm just playing.
You're so crazy. But I'm saying how we.